So we begin the exercises in the usual way, just from a standing posture. Standing with the knees gently bent, standing with the body nice and straight, standing with the top of the head gently pushed up into the blue sky, standing with the shoulders relaxed, whole body relaxed. We move from this position from the core of our body. So we have this area called lower dantian, the lower energy field. It sits deep inside the belly. And we're just going to move this from side to side. So start by imagining the belly button moving to one hip and then the belly button moving to the other hip. And gently drifting backwards and forwards. We can slowly release the spine, slowly release the hands. Open up the palms so they gently slap onto the side of the body. Feel the wrist gently tapping against the small of the back. Feel the wrist gently tapping onto the belly button. So I've pointed out many times, but today's lesson is about using sound to vibrate the body. We're blessed with having a voice box built into our throats that can create vibrations throughout our body. But this part of the exercise, we're using a different way to vibrate the body. It's like a drum. And if you think about the diaphragm deep inside the belly, it's like a drum skin, tightly stretched, all through the center of the body. And so as we tap onto the body, we send this kind of vibration. You're vibrating through the kidneys on the back, sending a vibration through the spleen on the left-hand side of the front, spleen, pancreas, sending a vibration through the liver on the right-hand side, gallbladder, bladder, through the intestines, small and large. So everything is getting this lovely vibration through the body. The idea is that chi can be vibrated. You can get chi to move around using vibration. So we're using our hands to create a vibration, but later we'll use our voices to do so. Okay, so this exercise, just about rotating the spine, rotating the hips and knees, rotating the shoulders and elbows, wrists. So the main bulk of the body, the main part of the body gets a gentle movement. But we can take it to the second phase of the exercise, which will also work on the neck. So we can slow down a little bit, so it doesn't have to go quite as fast. And then we can start to stretch a bit further, look back over the shoulder. So really open up the spine and use the neck as well. I would just say that sometimes this exercise can make you feel a little bit dizzy, slightly wobbly. If that is the case, then concentrate on your toes. Seems like a strange instruction, but the idea is to just think about the space between your toes and the ground. You start with the big toe, gently squeezing the big toe against the ground. And then from the big toe, we squeeze into the index toe. Feel the place where both of those index toes squeeze against the ground. Squeeze the middle toe against the ground. Squeeze the ring toes against the ground. Squeeze the little toes against the ground. And so now we feel the space between all of our toes and the floor. We experience the space between our toes and the floor. Feel the ball of the foot and how it pushes against the floor. Because you have your knees slightly bent, that means that the weight drifts gently forward into the toe. So we have what's called 60% in the toe, 40% in the heel. So just feel the ball of the foot pressing down against the ground. So all of this mind activity, experiencing the toes, allows us to really, really rebalance our qi. The principle in Chinese medicine is Yi Dao, Qi Dao. Where the mind goes, the qi follows. So the qi follows down into the toes and out of your head, and hopefully makes you feel less dizzy. But anyway, the next exercise we're going to do brings back balance as well. So a few more long stretches, really open up the neck. Good. And then just let everything drift, 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 drift. Slowly, slowly to a stop. Okay, good. So pulling down energy, we draw our hands into the earth. Imagine lifting up a ball of qi from the earth, gathering it up, and then moving the qi down, drawing the qi down through the head, drawing the qi down through the chest, and eventually locating the qi deep in the belly, behind the belly button. This is where we store our qi. And then relaxing the hands, and imagine it continues to flow down into the ground. A circuit. So let's do that circuit a few more times. Gently lifting up, gather qi, lift qi up. Gently pouring qi down, draw the qi down. So this is called upper dantian, the upper energy field inside the head. Move the qi down into your chest, to the middle energy field. And then eventually it comes down into the belly, the lower energy field where we hold all of our qi. And then relax and let the qi continue to flow on down the legs into the ground. So it's like a circuit. Let's gather again, lift up. And pull down. Okay, so that's the first exercise, and that's about bringing ourselves back into balance. Sorry, the first balancing exercise. If you find that you're still feeling lightheaded, just keep going with this. Do this as many times as you need. If you need to sit down, sit down. If you need to lie down, why not? No problem. Do whatever suits your body. But hopefully this brings you back into a sort of centered and kind of balanced way. Brings you back to the core. And often just putting your hands on your tummy like this is also enough to bring you back into your core. So excess energy in the head makes you dizzy. Thinking about the feet brings the head energy back down. Okay, so we're just going to do some simple forward and back bends. This exercise is called Renmai and Dumai. Renmai is a channel that runs from the top of the head down the center line of the body between the legs. And Dumai is a channel that runs from between the legs all the way up the spine over the top. And so it's about, they're the main channels that move energy around your body. So we do this exercise, simple forward and back bends. From just a normal standing posture, bring your hands into the prayer position in front of your heart. And then all we're going to do is just take the hands up into the air, stretch straight up, and then just relax. Okay, so just take a gentle breath in. And as you breathe out, from the breastbone to your fingertips, lean back. Breathe in brings you up straight. Breathing out is this gentle stretch back. Breathe in and back. Breathe in and back. Breathe in, stretch your hands up into the air. Now we can do the forward part. So we just coordinate our arms and our ears. We don't press them against each other. We just coordinate our arms and our ears. As we breathe out, we gently tip over just the top of the neck. You can see I've just bent the top of the neck, not the whole spine yet. And then I gently go into the spine, upper back, middle back, lower back,
Keep the knees nice and soft as you go down. Relax the body, just let the body hang here. Okay, so the idea is that the knees are soft, the back of the neck is really relaxed, the top of the head is kind of heading almost down to the ground. It doesn't really matter where you get to, how far you go down, that's not important. It's just getting down to a comfortable place that works for you, not hurting yourself. Okay, so imagine the foot split into 4 pieces. Gently stretch down towards your toes and then release. In line with the roots of your toes and release. In line with your insteps, gently stretching a little bit deeper each time and release. Gently stretching back towards your heels. Release and relax, let the body hang. So in this posture here, we're opening up Dumai, which is the channel from the tailbone up the spine to the back of the neck, top of the head. So this opens up the whole of Dumai. To get ourselves standing upright, we have a little movement to the tailbone. You point the tailbone up behind you, and you'll feel the legs straighten a little bit. And then you push the tailbone towards the front of the body and start to stack the spine up, vertebra by vertebra. And then our arms and our ears gather up as one piece, which just puts an extra stretch on the nape of the neck, which is good for the upper pass. Stretch up into the blue sky. Nice long stretch. And just relax and release. Okay, take a breath in. And then gently lean back. Breathe in, brings you straight. Exhale, leans back. Breathe in. And back. Breathe in. And back. Hands up into the blue sky. Arms and ears tip over. Then the upper body. Then the upper middle back. And then the lower back. Knees stay soft again. Body relaxes down. This stretches open the Dumai channel. Gently extending down towards your toes. And release. In line with the roots of your toes. And then release. Gently stretching towards your insteps. And release. Gently stretching towards your heels. Nice deep bend. And release and relax. Body hangs. The tailbone lifts up behind. Gently push the tailbone towards the front. Roll the spine up. Head, arms, and ears come up. Stretching gently up into the blue sky. And stretch up. Release the knees and the hips forward. You lean back. Stretch up. Exhaling gently back. Inhale as you come straight. And exhale back. Straight. And back. Hands up into the blue sky. Let's do this with straight legs now, if we can. Does our hamstrings a power of good. So with straight legs, just tip over the arms and the ears, gently exhaling. Rolling the back down slowly. We come down, we relax. Back of the neck is soft and relaxed. Body gently hangs. Okay, so extend softly towards the toes. And release. In line with the roots of the toes. And release. Toward the insteps. And release. Toward the heel. Relax and release, body hangs. Gently lift the tailbone up behind. Push the tailbone toward the front of the body. Spine starts to roll up. Head and arms and ears gently roll up. Stretch up into the blue sky. Knees and hips drift forward as you lean back. Breathe in so we're straight. Exhale as we lean back. Breathe in.
And exhale back, stretching the breastbone to the fingertips. Breathe in. And exhale back. Stretch hands into the blue sky. Let's take the arms and the ears over. Just the top of the neck bending. Legs stay straight. And then the upper back bends. And the middle back bends. And the lower back bends. And we drift our way down. Soften the back of the neck entirely. Just let the body hang. Tummy tucks in. Okay, good. So let's extend gently towards our toes. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. In line with our insteps. And release. Back towards our heels. Body relaxes and hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes to the front. Spine starts to roll up. Head, arms, and ears gently roll up. Stretch up into the blue sky. Nice long stretch. When you're ready to exhale, you exhale backwards. Inhale, straighten. Exhale gently back. Inhale, straighten. Exhaling as we lean back and up. One more time. And up. Okay. Just let the hands drift down the sides of the body. Let's gather some chi. Let's pour some chi. Lift chi up. Draw chi deep into the belly. Feel the chi locate in your belly. Just for a moment, pause, and then let the chi continue to flow down. Gather again. And draw the chi from your head deep into your chest, into your belly. Let the hands relax. Chi pours down. Chi pouring deep inside. Okay, so we're just going to do some side bends as well. So side bends, try to keep your side bend on the side of the body. So when we go over to the side, hand is over at the side. It's very easy to do a side bend like this, but it's not really bending your side. So try and keep as much sideways as possible. Take a breath in and lift the right hand up. And then exhale over to the left-hand side. Gentle breath in. When you breathe out, extend up the curve of the body to your fingertips. When you breathe in, that can relax a little bit. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. And exhale, stretch. Breathe in, lift the right hand up. When you exhale, swap the hands over. Right hand comes down, left hand goes up. Breathe in. Let's exhale over towards the right side. Your right hand can support you if you wish. Breathe in. Extending from the shoulders to the fingers. Exhale. Breathe in. Extending from your ankle all the way up the side of the body to your fingertips. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in. And stretch. Take a breath in, lift the hands up into the blue sky. When you exhale, swap the hands over. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up. Breathe in, lift up. As you exhale, tip over to the right. Breathing in. From your right shoulder to your right fingertips, gently exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathe in, lift your hands up into the blue sky. As you breathe out, swap the hands over. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Stretch into the fingertips. Breathe in. The ankle all the way across. Take a breath in and gently bring the hands up into the blue sky, bringing the other hand up as well. As we breathe out, we just release the hands down. Gathering chi one more time. Hands go into the earth, lift you up. Gently pull the chi down through your body. Drawing the chi deep into your belly. Locating the chi deep in your belly. And then when the hands relax, the chi just flows gently on down. Okay, let's do that again. Gather. And pour. Gather. And pour. Draw the chi deep into your belly. Gather. Gently pour the chi down. This time we're just going to draw the chi into the belly. So we just let the chi settle deep inside lower dantian, holding the chi deep inside the belly. Standing here, relaxing. When the hands are on the belly, chi starts to center deep inside lower dantian. So we get this effect of the chi storing and holding deep inside the belly. Okay, so we're just going to work today with Dr. Pang's 5 organ sounds. Got my tuning forks ready. So the idea of this is why 5 organs would be the first question. Okay, so in the Chinese system, which is called the 5 phases or the 5 elements, in the 5 elements, there are 5 seasons of the year. Normally in the West, we have 4, but in China, they acknowledge that extra season, which sometimes we call an Indian summer or late summer. And so they have 5 seasons. Summer is split into 2 parts. And with the 5 seasons, they have 5 organs that match those seasons. Essentially, the knowledge behind it is that during each of those seasons, one of the 5 major organs in the body is under a lot more pressure to work hard. And so we have 5 organs in the body that are of most importance. The springtime is represented by the liver. The summertime is represented by the heart. The late summertime is represented by the spleen. The autumn time represented lungs, and the wintertime, kidneys. So we work through these 5 major organs, but right in the very center of the body, behind the breastbone, there's a high energy field. So we've been working to the belly quite a bit, lower dantian, which is kind of in the core of the body, behind the belly button, just before you bump into the spine, is lower dantian. Now there's middle dantian, sits behind the breastbone. It's right in the very sort of core of your body. And middle dantian's job is to gather energy to supply to the 5 major organs and the 5 minor organs. We don't talk about them very much, but each of these major organs is paired with a minor organ. And so in this quick 5 elements lesson, let's, for instance, start with our liver, and the liver's pair is the gallbladder. Then we move on to summertime, which is heart. The heart is paired with the small intestine. Late summer, spleen and stomach. Autumn is lungs and large intestine. And then kidneys and bladder. So when you work on the 5 organs as a complete system to try to bring them back into balance, that also works on the other 5 minor organs to bring them back into balance. And in the Chinese understanding, if these 10 organs as such are in perfect working order, then there's very little else that can go wrong with your body. Very little else, we hope. And so we take on this system, we work for these 5 elements to try and improve their health. And we do that by vibrating them with sound. So all of the exercises we do in Qigong, for instance, when we're doing these exercises where we push out our arms to the side and pull in, we're working with our shoulders, we're working with our arms. And in that, there are channels. For instance, there's the channel for the heart that runs through the arm directly to the heart. There's a channel for the lungs that run through the lung and the large intestines, they run through to the lungs. And so by doing these shoulder exercises, primarily they work very well on our heart and on our lungs. And so all of the exercises in Qigong, well, perhaps that's an exaggeration, maybe 80% or 90% of them are focused on working particular channels in the body, particular organs in the body. And so the understanding is that if you can get the qi flowing well in the channel that's associated with the organ, if you can get the qi unblocked and flowing well in the organ itself, the knock-on effect of that is that there's going to be no blockages in the flow of qi. Then there shouldn't be any blockages in the flow of blood, that the blood should flow easily, that the nutrients should flow easily, and that the organ should be in healthy, happy condition. And if all of the organs in your body are in balance and they're in healthy, happy condition, then your body's going to be functioning well. So that's the sort of the principle behind the 5 elements, is that you go for the really, really sort of big chunks of the body. And of course, when we're talking about that from a Qigong perspective, we're doing stretching and bending. So all of the muscles and the tendons are getting worked out as well. And so with that, the idea is that Qigong covers all of the major kind of aspects of your body. And of course, there are times when the minor aspects will go wrong. And there's always some tiny little exercise in Qigong that'll work on some very, very kind of delicate part of your body. But the major idea is that, it's about working on the big systems. And when all the big systems are functioning well, then the rest of your body should be functioning perfectly too. Okay, so today we work with the 5 organs, and the implication is that the 5 organs vibrate, they're partners, and that the whole body vibrates, and that the vibration frees up the qi that flows around your body. So we're going to do this. You're more than welcome to do this in a sitting posture. I'm going to do it in a standing posture. So just to recap what's going on there, standing posture, knees gently bent, tailbone sits down, body's nice and straight, arms hang down by the sides. We'll probably have the hands on the belly, but also when we're doing the organ exercises, for instance, when you're doing the heart, you could actually have your hands on your heart. When we're doing the kidneys, you could have your hands around the back of the kidneys. But it's also just as appropriate just to have your hands in front and imagine energy from your hands flowing back through your body into your kidneys. Energy from your hands flowing back to your liver or holding the liver. Doesn't really matter either way. So whatever you choose to do, it's about your intention. It's about thinking about how that'll work. It's about thinking about flowing qi into your heart. You can actually touch it, but you could also just imagine flowing energy deep inside it. So what we do is we tend to open up with a sound which just makes the whole body vibrate. And then we tend to put a little bit more emphasis on the particular organ of the particular season. I'm doing this in autumn. And so the color for autumn is white, as you see. Every season has a color as well. Unsurprisingly, the heart is red, the spleen is yellow, which is harvest time, the liver is green, which is springtime, and the kidneys are blue or dark black, thinking of kind of water, deep dark water in wintertime. And yes, so white for the autumn. So we're going to start with the lungs when we do our system, working on vibrating the lungs, and then we'll work round in the season order, as it were. And then there's some tones that we use just to close and sort of finish the exercise off. So let's begin with that. So choose your standing or sitting posture. Make yourself comfortable. With the standing posture, just gently bend your knees. Make sure your back's nice and straight. That's the whole body relax. So we'll use Dr. Pang's 8 phrases. It's a poem created by Dr. Pang that encapsulates all of the ideas of Sheneng Qigong. All of the kind of principles of Sheneng Qigong are encapsulated in the 8 phrases. It can be sung or it can be spoken. It can be sung in Chinese or spoken in English, and that's what I intend to do. I think I'll sing it for you, and then I'll translate it for you. And I'll put it on to change the microphone mode. If you'll hold on for one moment. Yeah, I'm not working. Never mind. Hopefully the microphone will be okay. So it goes a bit like this. Ding tian li di yin song yi qiang wai jing de ji shen chong mao Yinyam buqi shenju tai kong shen yi jiao ti jiu shen rong rong 就身荣荣，就身荣荣。Feet connected deep into the earth. Head connects up into the blue sky. Blue sky chi pours down into the body. Earth chi surges up into the body. Perfect mixture of chi deep inside lower dantian. Let the whole body relax. Allow your mind to gently expand. When we relax in this way, it's no longer obvious what's outside, what's inside. The body takes up this soft, humble stance. We have this stillness in our mind. Mind becomes clear. Mind is clear, like a beautiful pool of water on the side of a mountain. Crystal clear, reflecting the beautiful blue sky. No difference between inside and outside. Quiet inside, quiet outside. We can start to search through our body. Use your mind to look inside your body. Where is there a problem today? What might need help? Imagine that you can send healing energy using your mind. Send this healing energy to wherever it's needed inside the body. The healing energy gathers where it's required. The process of healing begins. We let the body relax. We let the mind expand. Let the mind expand out. It expands gently out of your body. Feel the chi field round you. Expand further. Feel the room you're working in. Expand further. Feel your locality, your local city, local town, countryside. Imagine you can expand further across the counties, states. Imagine you expand further. Feel your country, your continent. Eventually, as we continue to expand, we can start to get a beautiful vision of our lovely blue planet, as if we're a satellite gazing down upon our lovely blue planet. Imagine you can gaze towards our solar system. See the stars. See our beautiful planets around us, the sun, the Milky Way. Expand outwards. Feel the enormity of our galaxy. Beyond, out into our universe. What an extraordinary tool our mind is, that we can journey to the four corners of the universe. Feel the enormity of our universe. Expanding outwards. Our entire universe is made of undifferentiated chi, beautiful Hunyuan chi, this vast resource of energy from which you are made. There is no shortage of chi in our universe to heal you. So as we start our journey back to our bodies, we can draw back this amazing healing energy too. So just gently gather back Hunyuan Qi, thinking about the Milky Way, thinking about our galaxy, thinking about our solar system, gently finding our way back into the solar system, gently finding our way, spotting our beautiful blue planet. We can pause for a moment above Earth. Why not send some love back to a few parts of the world that desperately need help on this day? Send some chi, healing energy back. And then slowly we find our way back towards our continent, finding our country, finding our cities or towns, finding our house, eventually finding our practice room, our practice space, and drawing all this healing chi back into our bodies. Feel that it's possible for the resources of the universe to fill your body. In one moment, you can expand your mind out into the vastness of the universe. And in the next moment, you can draw the healing energy of the universe deep inside your body. Just think about that. Let your whole body open and expand out into the universe. When you draw back, bring back vast healing chi for your body. Feel it go into every cell of your body. One more time. Expand out. And then gather back. Healing chi into every cell. Heal your life. Okay. So now we could just place our hands gently on our belly. And we're going to say the first tone, which just kind of brings us into focus, if you like. It just starts the whole process off. We say E-R, Wong, W-O-N-G. Wong. So that becomes one word. Gently runs into Wong. You try and split your breath in half so that you can do half a breath of and half a breath of Wong, Wong. And then you start by saying, you finish by saying Qing. 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 So let's do Wang Qing for about 5 breaths. Take a gentle breath in for Wang. Take a gentle breath in for Qing. Qing. You'll notice that both Wang and Qing end in NG, as do so many of the tones through this set. This NG sound is almost like the shape of the letter G. It's round, so it goes, and then eventually the tail comes down and comes back on itself. If you're writing sort of a simple letter G, it's almost like the tail, the G note comes round, and then eventually it sort of curls back inside your body. So it goes, vibrates. Wong is open, and then the almost feels like it vibrates inside your soul. So whenever you see this NG ending, you use the same idea of the vibration of it turning back inside. So what tends to happen is that the words like Wong, open your mouth, Wong, and then you get to the bit, brings you back inside. Okay, so see if you can sort of manipulate your mouth in that way, opening inside. Wong, and then Qing. Breathing in. Qing. Wong. Qing. Qing. Wong. Qing. Final time for Wong. Qing. So now we move on to the lungs. The lungs have a curious tone. The first and third words are sang and song. So they kind of make sense, sang a song, sang and song. But the middle tone is a very odd hissing noise where you hiss out and then you draw breath in. And I'll always give my same explanation. There's that kind of moment where you're sucking an ice cream, sucking a milkshake, and something gets stuck in the bottom and you go, you can't suck anymore. And it's that same kind of idea. And so it's opening the lungs with a and then drawing air in very sharp and sipping it in. So the first tone is on its own. Sang. We just sang. And then we do song, sang, song. So the lungs like the note D. Sang, sang, sang. Okay, let's take a gentle breath in. We'll start with sang. Have your hands in front of your lungs if you like. Then we have this song. So take a breath in. Om. Some of us sang. Song. Breathe in. Om. Sang. Take a breath in. Om. Breathing in. Breathing in. Om. Once more through them. Gentle breath in for sang. Breathing in. Om. Just gently rub into the lungs. Maybe tap into the lungs with your fingertips. Right up underneath the shoulders. Massage gently. So when we work with our lungs, there are a lot of heavy emotions in the lungs. Sadness, shame, sorrow, guilt, grief. As we start to remove those, our honesty and our integrity flows in. It makes us a more whole person, if you like. And so working with the lungs removes all of these kind of heavy emotions, sadness and grief. But also at this time of year, good idea to build up the lung strength, just because at this time of year, the lungs have to work hardest. So coming up at the next season will be the kidneys, wintertime element. Good to strengthen your kidneys in advance, ready for the time that they have to work. So kidneys, deep inside the kidneys sits our fear. It tends to be kind of irrational fear. fear that something terrible will happen to you, fear that something will happen to your children, fear that you'll lose all your money, whatever, it's just, it kind of fears not, well, also the fear of, being going to a dark place at night where you don't know. I mean, that's the normal fear, which is about keeping you safe. But there's this kind of irrational fear on top, which is the province of the kidneys. And so we're going to work with the kidneys. You could actually have the back of your hands on the sort of lowest rib at the back. You're just about contacting the kidneys there at the lowest rib. You can massage, you can rub here, you can tap here to get the kidneys working. But also, you could just have your hands on the ribs at the front and imagine the chi flowing from your hands deep inside your kidneys from this direction as well. So whatever suits you for the hand posture, still got the knees bent, back straight, same standing posture. So kidneys, how do we vibrate the kidneys? So if you think about the kidneys, the diaphragm runs pretty much from your breastbone all the way down, and the kidneys kind of sit on top of the diaphragm. So anything that makes the diaphragm jump makes the kidneys move. So the tone we use for the kidneys is eh. It's like coughing, EH exclamation mark. Eh, eh, eh. And you try and see how often you can get in one breath. Very strange tone, but hey, go with it. So we breathe in, we say, and every time you sort of cough like that, the kidneys bounce up and down on your diaphragm. So it gets them to vibrate up and down. And then the tone we use after that is you, like you, and ying. And so ying has got that ng sound on the end of it where it goes inside again. So you and ying get condensed into one breath, and is its own breath. So we have then we take a big deep breath in. We do you for half of it, then ying for the other half. And this helps us to dissolve our fear. So the kidneys like the sound A. You, you. I think I like the lower you. You. The kidneys are kind of slightly more earthy, so I'm using a lower U tone. But as you see, it doesn't really matter whether you go high or low. I just think vibrates better in the kidney area than vibrates better in the kidneys than the high tone. You, ying. Okay, let's begin. So hands wherever you wish, actually on the kidneys or in front of the kidneys. Then you, ying. Breathe deep in for We take a breath in. Breathing deep in for Breathing deep in for you, ying. Breathing deep for Breathing deep. Breathing deep for Fear gently dissolving. Breathing in for Yu Ying. Yu. One more time, breathing in for air. Breathing in. Yu Ying. Massage onto the kidneys, rub the kidneys, tap the kidneys. Okay, so winter gives way to spring. Spring element is the liver. Liver sits on the right-hand side, just underneath the ribs, just in this area here. The liver also needs a kind of vibration, needs a jump. So it has a tone which is tu, tu. You spit it out. Tu, 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 till you've run out of breath. And then you take in another big breath and you say Ju Ling. So it's like Jeeeeeeew Ling Ju Ling. So it's got that same sound going inside. Toot, 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 Ju Ling. So you could have your hands on your liver, you could be massaging into the liver. Liver is all about anger. So we have this kind of flash anger when you suddenly lose your temper. That's an extreme of liver chi. And as you get rid of your liver, it allows your wisdom, sorry, get rid of your no, let me start all of that again. Okay, as you get rid of your anger and that fades, what comes up in its place is compassion and kindness, because it's difficult to be angry and be kind to someone, you know. So we try and remove all of this anger, and then it makes us a much more kind and compassionate person. So removing anger, bringing in kindness and compassion, spitting out, literally like getting rid of the venom from your system, as it were. So let's start with poo and spit it out, and then we'll do ju ling, and the liver likes the tone E. I'm going to go for the bottom tone. Juling. Juling. Okay, so doesn't matter whether you can hit the notes or not, just go for an approximation. Your body does what exactly it needs. Spitting out two. And singing Juling. 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 Breathe in. Juling. Breathing in for two. Breathing in. All of your anger fading, your compassion and kindness becoming stronger. Spitting out two. Saying Juling. Last time for the liver. Spitting out 2. Breathing in. Juling. Anger fades, compassion and kindness come to the forefront. So after spring, we move on to summer, which is the heart. Heart has got 3 tones. The heart of all the organs is the most delicate organ. We take it easy with the heart. And so the first tone can be really quite vigorous because it vibrates the pericardium muscle around the heart. The second tone, which is the kind of energy tone, if you like, is much softer. So the first one is shin, like in English, the front of your leg. Shin. The second one is xiang. Xiang. And the last one is Xing, S-H-I-N-G. Xing. But the last tone can be very gentle and very soft. So heart energy, it likes a G. Xin. Xin. Xin, Xiang. Xing. Chin. I think it's appropriate to use a higher tone because it's higher up in your body. Chin. Do you want to put your hands on your heart? Chin. Right here. You can even rub your heart if you like. Chin. So in Chinese medicine, they see the sort of the problems of the heart being such things as kind of hatred, quite obviously, because love is the positive emotion of the heart. So hatred being the negative emotion, but also they say giddiness and instability. People who are very flighty, people who are not grounded, I suppose we would say, people who are, yeah, giddy is a bit of an old-fashioned word, but kind of, a bit kind of crazy, a bit, and that's exactly it. It's this flightiness of mind when you can't stick with something, when you're constantly sort of moving. And also, sometimes we have speech problems. It's about the heart as well. So this is like stuttering as well, or speaking too quickly or speaking too much. All of those kind of like sort of slightly hyper ideas come into this idea of the heart. And of course, when we move those out of the way, unconditional love can flow. We become very open and happy people. And so we get rid of all this kind of instability, flightiness, and in its place becomes a solidity of unconditional love. Our hearts open. And yeah, we just become more happy, loving people, I suppose. So let's work with our heart, hand on the heart, massaging into the heart, gently tapping the heart. But remember, slightly stronger tone, slightly middle tone, and then a weaker tone for the last one, just a very gentle one for Xing. Shin. Okay, so take a breath in for Shin. Shin. Next turn is Xiang. Xiang. Gentle tone for Xing. Chin. Shin. Medium tone for Xiang. Xiang. Quieter tone for Shin. Oh, I did wrong. That's supposed to be Xing. Okay, so back to Shin. Shin. Xiang. Xing. and Xing. Twice more through the heart tone. Shin, Shin, Xiang, Xian, Xing, Xing, and again. Shin, Shin, Xiang, Xian, Xing, Xing. Rubbing the heart, feeling all giddiness, stability, instability, and hate going. Unconditional love takes its place. Openness, happiness takes its place deep inside your heart. And the final season, late summer, is the spleen. Spleen sits on the left ribs, just underneath those. Spleen is the earth, and unsurprisingly, the earth is a C tone, the kind of the middle of an octave. Gang, 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 gang. So for me, it's lower, gang. So the tone is gang, the first word, and then it goes into the second word is fu and jong. And jong is kind of DJ, like Django. Jong. So it goes fu, jong, gang being the first word, fu, jong being the second breath. So spleen is all about trust, building up trust in your body, appropriate trust, not trusting people unwisely, getting the appropriate level of trust. And when the trust starts to build, then all of your worries start to subside. So worry and rumination. Rumination is kind of overthinking. So we ruminate, we're constantly turning ideas over in our head, constantly. The Chinese call it overthinking. And so what happens is that as you do that, your worrying and rumination, overthinking subsides, and appropriate trust takes its place. So gang, fu, and jong. Gang for the first word, fu and jong for the second word. Gang. Let's take a breath in, massage the spleen, or hold the spleen. Gang. And fu and jong. Fu, jong. First word is gang. Gang. Breathing in for fu and jong. Fu, jong. Gang. Ah. Breathing in. Ooh. Breathing in for gang. Ah. Fu and Jong. Fu, Jong. Okay, last time. Yang, Fu and Jong. Ah. Breathing in for Fu and Jong. Fu, Jong. Just put your hands back on lower dantian for a moment. Gentle breathing. So we're going to bring all of this work together by holding middle dantian. So on the breastbone, hands on middle dantian. We're just using the word or the tone ching. Ching. And again, the eng tone vibrating deep inside. Breathe deep. Ching. Breathing deep. Ching. Breathing deep. Ching. Okay, a couple more. Last one. Just let the hands relax down by the sides. We can just gather chi, lift chi up, pour chi down through the body. So we're taking all the excess energy that's been gathered, drawing it deep into our bellies to store, gathering again. Any excess energy gets drawn deep back down inside until it focuses right inside the belly. So all of the organs have been filled with chi. All of the organs are working really, really well. They have excess energy. We can gather any excess energy and pour it into our bellies for storage for when those organs need it again. So the organs are full, replete, working well, filled with chi, everything functioning well, and any extra energy collected to the belly. Let's just lift chi up, pour chi down one more time. We can gather the hands onto the belly and just center ourselves in lower dantian to close. So gather the chi, excess energy, all the way down to the belly button. Land the hands on the belly button. Hold the chi deep inside lower dantian. Lower dantian chi is abundant. Blood and chi flow well through every organ in your body. Blood and chi flows well through every cell in your body. Every system in your body working well, supporting each other. Every system working well. All functions working well. All functions of your body working well. We've vibrated every organ in the body. They're in tip-top working order. When the organs are in balance, the body is in balance. When the organs are in balance, healing comes back to the body. All functions of the body, perfect working order. All functions normal. Just imagine that. Everything in the body, just normal. That's not the old normal. That's not how things used to be. That's the new normal. That's the blueprint. That's how your body's supposed to be working. Completely normal. All functions normal. All functions normal. So we can just rub 3 circles around the belly button, gently rubbing around. 2, 3. That sort of closes the system down, brings all the chi back into the center. Then we go 3 in the opposite direction. That's just to remind your body, come back into its physicality, feel your body's physical state, gather all the chi back inside and center it, and just kind of coming back into our daily life, as it were. So we just settle our hands deep inside lower dantian, holding the chi. As we stand here, we imagine our Wei Qi layer. It's around your skin. It's like envelopes your entire body. It's a wonderful little layer of Qi that keeps you safe. It protects you. It's a barrier between you and the outside world. Your Wei Qi layer is strong, protecting you from viruses and bacteria and energy that you don't need. And then round yourself, you imagine your Qi body. So this is a meter in front of you, a meter behind you, left, right, up, down. This beautiful bubble of Qi protects you, but it also connects you to the outside world. So we have this wonderful Qi field around us. And just see yourself inside, a being of Qi, every cell in your body working well, all functions of your body, perfect working order. All functions normal. You put a big smile on your face. Slowly relax your hands down by the sides. Let's just wiggle the fingers, perhaps shake the legs out, get some movement back into the body, stretch out anything that might need a little stretch today. If you're stretching forwards and bending downwards, take your time, take it easy, don't go too far. Just open your body out in any way you can. And then we finish off by saying Hao La. So Hao La in Chinese translates as everything is good already. Everything is already fixed. So all of the things we've been thinking about and doing, already fixed, already sorted. So we put our hands up in the air. I count 1, 2, and then we say Hao La. Okay, so lift the hands up in the air. 1, 2. Hao La. 1, 2. Hao La. 1, 2. Hao La. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we have a final Zheneng Qigong salute. You take your right hand and you bring it up in front of your lap, left hand down on top, and then you pull the fingertips together, and you put your thumbs on either end. This is called entirety hands. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you very much for taking part. And please share this video with your friends. Please push it around the globe. Allow all your friends who may need some healing to use this video. Thank you very much.